2021 has had many weird, strange, unpredictable twists and turns. But today, a Tory has actually resigned. I didn't think they did that anymore. Well, we're going to look at that, and we're also going to look at, will Boris follow suit and resign? Or will he be removed? Or will he remain the same unsackable boss sack that many suspect he might be? I mean, what do you have to do to resign? You know, between a corrupt and complicit mainstream media and the worst opposition of all time. Calm down. Yet here we are in a situation where someone has had to resign. Allegra has resigned today. Should we feel sorry for her? Is it sincere? Or is it the crocodile tears of a liar and a thief? Probably. Is she some sort of sociopath in damage limitation mode who's listened to some advice from our PR guy who said just put on the waterworks? It's the only way to save your career. Just to garner just a little bit of public sympathy. And then that means you can go back into the cabinet, back into 10 Downing Street, you know, next summer. Maybe in January, maybe she just gets a bit of time off. The Christmas party season, our favourite time of the year. The most wonderful time of the year. She gets a couple of weeks off, has some cheese and some wine, and then is right back in it. If she does the waterworks well enough, people will fall for it. We're going to look at the body language today, though, and decide, is she sorry? Is she lying? Are the tears real? Are the tears fake? Or are the tears real because she only cares about herself?
You call that radio TV.
Okay, now, before we begin, please hit that big red subscribe button and the notification bell. We're nearly at 2,000 subs. We got to 1,000 exactly a year ago to the day.
Blah, blah, blah.
What I can be bothered doing is watching the video that caused all this ruckus, all this commotion.
I've just seen reports on Twitter that there was a Downing Street Christmas party on Friday night. Do you recognise those reports?
Did you hear that? That's a chortle. That's a chortle. I think that's a chortle. Nobody uses the word chortle in Glasgow that I'm aware of, but that's what I imagine a chortle to be. Let me just check. Laugh in a noisy, gleeful way. See, I didn't think that. I thought a chortle was more like, kind of, hee. A chortle.
I went home.
Hold on. The Tory party. The Tory party. I went home. This party was a year ago. Now, I know that the Tories are allegedly fond of the Colombian marching powder. Look, we know that the Tories are fond, but nobody's seriously suggesting that you've not been home for over a year. I know that you probably get the most expensive coke on the planet, but there is no way you've done an all-nighter for 350 days. So she went home. She doesn't say what time she went home at. She went home. It looks like she was at the party.
Would the Prime Minister condone
Would the Prime Minister condone having a Christmas party? She laughs.
I don't know.
She laughs in a way that suggests that either it was his idea or he was on a table with the taps off. You know, he's maybe got off with somebody, maybe got off with Priti Patel under the mistletoe or something like that. Sorry, I feel a wee bit sick. Actually, it reminds me of this tweet from James Felton. Body language is saying here that would Boris condone it? She laughs. It was his idea, or he was, you know, he was going full pelt.
What's the answer?
I don't know. I think
Wasn't the party, it was cheese and wine.
She says, what's the answer?
cheese
Now,
and
just
wine
to fill you in,
alright?
if you don't actually
It was
aware
a
of this,
business meeting.
I think it's just fellow Tories all in a room together, and they're practicing for the questions that might come up. So she goes, what's the answer? So she's obviously, she's flapping.
The party was cheese and wine.
Someone's kind of, so she goes, what's the answer? And he says, it wasn't a party, it was just cheese and wine, and they're all having a wee giggle. That Tory part.
Joking.
This is recorded. His fictional party was a business meeting. And it was not socially distanced. One more and then we'll...
Are they?
I'm joking.
This is recorded.
No, he's joking. It was just a joke. Cheese and wine's not okay. It was... This is last year when it was full lockdown and they just announced that Christmas was cancelled. Cheese and wine parties were definitely not okay. And she kind of joins in with the joke here. This is recorded. You know, she knows that she's been recorded. I mean, this is the moment where she should probably snap out of this. But she's getting caught up in the joke and the banter. So she says, this fictional party was a business meeting and it was not socially distanced. Tee-hee-hee. Tory party, best in the world. Some laugh. So are the tears real or fake? Real or fake? What do you think? Let me know in the comments what you think. But I think, surprisingly, they're real. They're real. Because people like this only care about themselves. They cry when they're affected, but they laugh at others suffering. They laugh at when they're getting away with it. They laugh when they're doing just fine. The way that they vote, there can be no doubt that they don't have empathy for other people other than themselves. They don't think about people that are struggling through a pandemic on top of austerity. A lot of people died in their watch. A lot of small independent businesses went down on their watch. A lot of mental health issues and other diseases and injuries went untreated on their watch. And it was their votes. They just voted out of their own self-interest. As they fucked the NHS, they watched us give them the clap. They want the NHS to fail so that they can privatise it to more of their wee pals. They sowed division, confusion, and the mistrust breeds contempt and apathy, which kind of suits them in a weird way. They only cry when they lose a little slice of the action. And Allegra Stratton cries tonight because it's not just the working class and immigrants that she pissed off. Everybody in some way or another was affected by restrictions. Even the wealthy. Maybe not the Queen or that, obviously. Queen just dotes about and does what she wants. But it might not be so easy for her to waltz back into 10 Downing Street after the Christmas party season. She might need a lot of wine and cheese to get her through before she'll be welcomed back. And also she might be a little bit unemployable just now. Just a wee bit unemployable. Because normally the revolving door of politics means you can just walk out one door into a private company and make your money in another way. I don't really see who could really hire her just now. She is toxic. She's been made the media scapegoat. But she'll be fine. She's not going to be going to a food bank anytime soon.
And this is GB News.
Will Boris leave or remain? Well, I suspect he'll remain because enough people wanted to leave. The media have got their scapegoat now, and I suspect they'll just move on from this. they've moved on from much worse than this. What do you think? Should she have resigned? Do you believe her crocodile tears, or are you reminded of that time that Ian Duncan Smith suddenly woke up one day after that ATOS fiasco, just suddenly woke up and became a nice guy? Do you remember that? Remember that day Ian Duncan Smith resigned because he just realised that he became a nice guy all of a sudden? Does it remind you of that? It kind of reminds me of that. Do you think the Prime Minister will resign? Will the Prime Minister be removed? I don't, but I would love to hear your comments and your opinions on this. So let us know in the comments. And if you'd like to see more YCT React videos, then let me know what you would like us to cover. Remember to hit the big red subscribe button, the notification bell, and thank you to all our patrons who support the show at patreon.com/YouCallThatRadio. Bye!
If you don't really know what's going on, there's a show that also doesn't know what's going on. Call that radio TV. You call that radio. Call that radio TV. You call that radio TV.
I didn't think they did that anymore.